Hello, everybody. It is the Black Road Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron. As you can see, I am joined by a special guest and two idiots. Now,
That's no way to talk about change, Josh. Jeez.
well,
I'm pretty special. My mummy says so.
So I just want to highlight. Let's get started by saying, Jay, amazing work that you have done over this weekend. What was it, £40,000 worth of models or something along those lines? What was it you did? Come on.
No, we had to do the standard YouTuber cheat of converting things into American dollars to hit the value of 40,000. But yeah, we gave away just over $40,000 US, which is about £31,000 worth or something of Warhammer stuff, which is still that's not bad, right?
I mean,
we'll call that a win.
I like the fact you sat there. Like, that's not bad, right? And like everyone else is just like, well, he did what?
Yeah, I mean, I've had quite a few years of my life where that's been like twice my annual salary, to be honest. So yeah, it is a lot. It's a big thing.
At what stage did you think, like, to be able to get to that point where you can turn around and offer your viewers the opportunity to win that much? That is nuts.
Yeah, but I said it in the stream. I'm not really greedy. I don't need a lot. Keep me in beer, cigars. I'm all right. Like, as long as I've got something to eat, something to drink, somewhere to sit quietly, I'm okay. Besides which, I get to have the absolutely bullshit job of sitting on the internet talking about Warhammer and painting toys all year. Why not give something back?
I mean, honestly, they are literally paying to watch you do your content, and the fact that you're able to give so much back. And actually, what was the guy who won the massive prize?
Yeah.
There's a bit of a backstory to that, right?
Yeah. So the main prize was this guard army that I've been working on since. Well, it went off to somebody to build it in June. So we're looking at 10 months or so worth of work, right? I've been painting it solidly since the 25th of January, and we've sort of built up the hype for it over the months leading to the stream. The guy that won it, I hadn't seen his name before at all. Brand new to the stream, brand new to the community. But his brother has been part of it for years. Right? The first time I see this guy's name, he said something in the chat like, and it was probably about 7 o'clock at night. I'm really glad I got the stream on. My van's broken down on the A19 just out of Middlesbrough, and I've got your stream on in the background. Fortunately, I had some stuff in the car, so I'm just doing some bases. Like, okay, that sucks, man. Like, I hope you get picked up soon. Turns out this guy's a musician. He's meant to be at a gig. So he's having a terrible day because he just missed a date, which could mean like massive loss of earnings and so on. We get to 11 o'clock, do the draw. His name comes up. He's had 5 tickets in the giveaway, 5 entries, because he just sat there lurking through the stream for the entire weekend. There were people there was one guy that had literally almost 200 times those chances to win, and he won the army. So we gave away the guard army that just buying the plastic is about $2,500. By the time you put all the work and the building and everything else into it, it's roughly valued about $18,000 to a guy that literally just sat there watching the stream all weekend while he was broken down at the side of the road being picked up by a recovery vehicle.
Now, if there is anybody who deserves to win, and after having like a shitty day, that must have felt like you must have walked away thinking, yeah, damn, I'm glad that guy won that prize.
Absolutely. Like that's like some weird cosmic karma, right? It's like, listen, you're gonna have a great, like, very final part of the day, so we're gonna ruin it right now. All right, there's gonna break your van. You'll be sat outside on the A19 doing absolutely sod all. You're gonna miss your gig, but it'll be worth it. Don't worry.
To be fair, would he have had that many entries if he hadn't broken down?
He might not have even known his name was called, to be honest, because if he'd been at the gig, like mid-song,
oh, of course,
I don't know, like sex is on fire or whatever. Like, sorry guys, 1 second. Yell out the guard army, please. Way, whatever.
So when do we get the Mohawk Minis karaoke as like a mini game? Because that was too beautiful.
To be honest, I get told by my chat I'm not allowed to sing on stream.
Really?
Oh mate, I have got nothing but boundless enthusiasm, but mostly for like country. So
Jay the Mohawk Miniatures, the redneck.
listen, I'm like a fucking cowboy hat away from being a cartoon character anyway, dude. So like,
Hey, you know what? What a cartoon! There's not many people out there that can say they've achieved what you have achieved. I mean, to give away, like obviously we give away things to our community. We're giving away to the people who watch our show, and obviously that's big because we're a small channel. But what you do on the scale you do it, there isn't a channel out there that achieves it in Warhammer that I can think of. Is there anyone out there that you know of?
No.
It's like the Mr. Beast of Warhammer, isn't it?
I think I'm like the Beast of Warhammer, perhaps, rather than Mr. Beast. But you know,
Mr. Beast if you're nasty.
It's pretty unique.
I mean, it's incredible, and as a community that was watching you as well and seeing what you did, like the sheer prep you did for that and all the work, I commend you. Thank you very much. It was incredible. So what I want to do tonight, Jay, are you ready to play some games and be involved in the Black Crow Gaming podcast?
Listen, you told me the first game was called I Have Never, and I'm not sure your viewership's ready for some of this.
Oh, okay. Well, it's relatively tame, because if we go too deep, everybody starts to learn what Toby's really like, and we can't do that. But as you probably are going to learn, Toby is naturally an easy target.
I thought you were going to say naturally easy.
It's naturally easy.
It's not wrong.
But before we get into all of that, guys, I just want to do a quick word about our sponsors. So we have been sponsored by the wonderful Glasshammer, and at the end of this show tonight, we will be giving away 2 tickets to Black Crow members who have been donating in our team, and their money has been donated. We haven't decided which charity or if it's going to go to a school yet, but we have a sum of money which has been donated by our wonderful Black Crow players, and we are going to award you tonight by announcing who's going to get a singles ticket to one of the summer events, and then the other player will win a £300 teams ticket, which has been graciously given to us by Glasshammer Gaming. So that is awesome. Can't wait for that. And as Bruce has just said, don't forget to put in Black Crow for that 5% off Glasshammer Gaming when you want to buy from them either online or in store. Our next one is the wonderful Terrain Forge. They have supported us from the very beginning, like literally the very beginning. They were the first sponsor that came on board. They sent Josh some awesome terrain. They sent us mats that we've all benefited, and we have been looked after by them, and in kind we always shout them out. They are amazing, and they are a great sponsor of ours. You may notice under Jay, we couldn't quite fit Jay in, so we've got like half a trident, but our newest sponsor is a case designer from Scotland, a startup, because we love to support the little guy like ourselves, and they do these awesome 3D printed cases. Now what's really cool about it, and Jay, I think you should look into this, he will actually put your emblem onto the side of the case, and it looks amazing. So we've got a massive Black Crow sprayed on the side of one of the cases that we have, that we're going to be walking around at the ITT this weekend, and it is awesome. And you know what, I can't wait to show everybody. So we have also got something else going on in the chat. You may also see that we have a super chat goal. So we have got 15 there is our goal. If you guys hit the 15 super chats, not only will we be adding to the giveaway that we're doing for everybody, which is a UKTC set of terrain from Terrain Forge, we'll also add Black Crow Gaming objective markers and 20 Black Crow Gaming dice from Baron of Dice, but we need to hit those 15 super chats to be able to get that. So if you guys are feeling generous and you fancy the opportunity, give it a go. Give it a go. So, guys, are we ready to play the first Black Crow game?
Absolutely.
Go on, then.
Jay's beaming.
Oh, it's going to get dark.
Oh, God.
So, the first one it is, I have never. So, I have never licked a paintbrush. We must have all have done that, right?
Yeah. Are we meant to have drinks for this?
Not when I was painting, though.
There we go. Straight off. Is that your investigation finger, Toby?
Yeah. As we were talking about pre-show, I had to give Jay a little prostate exam before Glasshammer, just to double check. You know, we got to be polite.
Like, why only one finger, bro?
Well, I started with 3, but then they got lost in it. I nearly lost my ring. All right.
Dedication.
I nearly broke mine.
Oh, well, I just want to say thank you very much to Duda Bruce. He has given us a £2 super chat, which is very much appreciated. That is one towards our goal and excellent way to start the stream. The next I have never is had a pile of shame.
Yeah, of course we've done that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the hard one. Come on.
It depends what pile of shame you're talking about.
Again, I checked.
I left
Jay.
that on the floor at the LGBT one year.
What, Toby?
No, a pile of shame. More of a pile of wrapping and spreading, to be honest. But, yeah.
I see. I've broken you in gently. Okay, I thought I'd go in gentle.
Jay's never heard that before.
And then the next one we've got wore Crocs while playing Warhammer at an event.
I'm actually not allowed to wear Crocs.
No, I'm not Darren.
You know,
I mean, I've had sex at least once in my life, so I'm banned from wearing Crocs. So,
Wait, I can wear Crocs?
yeah.
Duda Bruce is like wearing Crocs now. Deal with it.
I mean, equally, I've walked across Jay's yoga mat before, and like the second you take a little step over, you just go, oh, that was lovely. I do get a bit jealous. When we played, I was just like, I'm kind of jealous. I kind of want to stand here.
Yeah, but that was just like one of a long list of things, though, right?
Yes, yeah, no, I'm
You
consistent.
wanted to be close to you.
My
as well,
army
Jay.
was still left on the table past turn 3. That was a good start.
Yeah, that was ideal. You could roll dice. I turned out couldn't.
We've already had the like, oh, I lose bees because my dice are broken.
Oh no, that I'd have no excuses there. I didn't know how to write a list. That was it. I went, what's anti-tank? And then
I
played
just liked the
Knights 3
fact that
times
it was
in
a
row.
chaos list that was actually Dark Angels models, and for once, I wasn't just taking the piss about that on stream.
Well,
I
it's
know.
true though. Let's be honest. And like I always say, so Jay, I have a theory. Have you read the latest Dark Angels book that came out?
Oh
with
God,
the
no!
line,
Don't do this again.
with the line?
You're gonna get us cancelled.
So I'm convinced that book is all about how the lion has dementia, and then the cloud lifts, and then he actually becomes lucid again. That is my theory about that book. Because he's walking through a friggin' forest. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm just walking through the forest, and he just genuinely appears, and all of a sudden, everything around him is going on, and he's like recruiting Fallen and doing this, that, and the other. So yeah, I'm here for it. I think actually the lion found a cure for dementia and came back much better.
He just on mushrooms for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, eventually that high wears off, right?
Yeah.
This is true. I also want to just quickly say as well, a big thank you to Solitaire for his £2 super chat. He just says here, congrats on your anniversary, Jay.
Cheers, buddy.
I think when we do our charity reveal, we're going to have to give it to like Alzheimer's UK now because of all these comments that you keep making, Aaron.
Hey, I just want to remind you all as well that as a NHS nurse, part of what I have done over the years, I have raised thousands of pounds for my local hospital through charitable events, and I have actually given quite a lot of it towards those patients. So
I just like the fact we're talking about dementia, and every time you start a sentence, you say, just want to remind you all, I don't all have dementia. I've taken a lot of hits to the head, and
and anyway, let's move on. On to the next. I have never been drunk on stream.
Well, yeah,
I've
obviously.
never been drunk on stream.
I've definitely done that.
Oh, actually, no, I have. No,
Yeah,
no,
you
I haven't.
absolutely have.
I have, yeah.
So-
not only was I drunk, I was in a tiara and a bandana, not a bandana, a sash, and I looked sexy as fuck.
So I just want to get to a
You
point.
slapped Gareth on the ass.
That's probably the nicest thing I did to Gareth.
And you know what? Actually, as you've just led into it so well, Toby, the last I have never worn a birthday princess sash.
I'm gonna wear it again. I'm gonna wear it again this year. Jay, are you going to the next Glasshammer?
In Nottingham, absolutely.
Perfect. Right. Well, you get to see me absolutely hammered. You're coming out with us to Hooters. It's going to be beautiful.
So, Toby, can I just, one comment you made whilst you was on stream, and if anybody hasn't gone and watched this Glasshammer stream, I suggest you do. There was a particular comment that I liked. So, Toby needed, obviously, to go for a pee break because he was Two Drink Toby. So, when Two Drink Toby came back from said possibly, he might be into that.
As I said, that was the nicest thing I did to Gareth.
Anyway, he came back and he goes, gets right up close to it. He goes, "I'm back. See you next Tuesdays." Right live on stream, just for poor old Glasshammer. And that, you know, if we ever thought Toby had a limit, he doesn't.
It wasn't only that I turned up. I literally went, "I'm back." That word. And I was, to be fair, we checked. We went to Gareth because we were talking. Gareth and I were like, we're both kind of half cut at this point because Gareth was getting into it. He had as many drinks as he could as well. Although he is significantly taller than me, like the guy can drink a lot more. And we were like, "David, are we allowed to say anything?" The first thing he goes is, "Yeah, you can say cunt. Don't worry, you can say cunt." And we're like, "Oh, okay, right, we're going there already, are we? Perfect, ideal."
And this seems like a perfect time to say thank you for Datsun Des, our boy Ray, giving us a £1.99 super chat. And that is our third super chat. Now, if you guys remember watching from the stream last time, had another joke for remembering there. We did say 3 more super chats and we would be able to add the BCG objective markers to the giveaway. So the BCG objective markers are officially on there, and then we just need 12 more and we can do the dice. We're getting there, folks. The giveaway is growing.
Keep unlocking them prizes, boys.
Woo! Unlock. Right, are we ready to go on to some news?
What's the
hot topic of the week?
World Eaters and Death Guard Codex, baby. So, obviously they've come with exciting new rules. We know that.
Yeah, I got really excited until I saw Death Guard.
We also
last weekend I was like, "World Eaters is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it." And then I saw the rules for Death Guard. I was like, "Oh god!"
They're like, "How many fights first characters?"
I'm just getting flashbacks to the start of Death, when all you heard from a load of players was like, "This is really good. This is really good," and Death Guard players were just whining bastards.
Oh yes, so bad.
They were
salty
grumpy.
Death Guard.
Oh my god!
Look how happy they are now.
The Reddit was amazing back then. Like when people said people were going into that Reddit just to poke the bear of Death Guard players, and it didn't go down particularly well. Obviously, Batarian no longer ignores modifiers. Thank the absolute fucking Lord, because that was obnoxious.
To be fair, for part of 10th, he didn't anyway, because GW had the first World Championships of Warhammer, despite the fact his rules clearly said, ignores modifiers. They went, no, he doesn't ignore modifiers. That's not the way it works. So for a month, he didn't ignore modifiers, and the WTC had to go, yes, he fucking does.
Right? How?
Okay.
How do you just not read?
Don't get me started.
I don't read. I'm the lion. Anyway.
Leave Lion down alone, okay? Jesus.
Oh, God, don't get me started on what you call all your lists. Anyway.
Oof.
Angron now revives with just 8 wounds.
This is good.
To be fair, just bin Angron models at this point.
Nah.
He's got death wounds, though.
But Angron's not in the same space he was, where it was if you're playing World Eaters, you put Angron in your list and then you fill the other 1,600 points or whatever.
Yeah, he's just not an auto take anymore. He's definitely not an auto take.
Which is
he's
kind of
definitely
good.
not. But that's good.
Yeah.
Codexes should have really good internal balance to the point where you're making decisions about your list through what's in the codex, not just going, this is the only viable stuff, so I can only take from this.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, I really like.
Agreed. Yeah, I think one of my big criticisms.
I didn't take Angron to Glasshammer. I was probably the only one that didn't, but I didn't.
How did it go?
I went 3-2.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Me. I took a guard list that I'd literally I hadn't played guard since like 4th edition.
I have to admit, I hadn't played World Eaters in 18 months.
I saw you on guard, Jay, and then I just saw you like just 20-0 someone round 1, and I was like,
No, that was a 17-3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Don't let me misrepresent your scoreline.
I got 20-0'd the following round. But I told Byron had a big monster demon army. Like, look,
yes,
you're going to win this game if my first turn goes terribly or if I don't go first. I didn't go first. My first turn went terribly. Like, cool, you're going to win this game. can you please table me fast enough? Because I'm not driving today. I can go outside and have a cigar and like a glass of whiskey. And he was taking his time. So he started charging tanks at Scarbrand. Like, fucking come on, big boy. I'm running at you. Drive a Lehman Russ into it. It's like, Jay, you trying to limit my score on Purge the Foe? It's like, no, I'm trying to have a smoke. that was literally it.
I love that he went to thinking, are you trying to limit my score when you're clearly just pissing around having a good time?
No, I'm having fun.
What a lad. So more news. We have Death Guard are stinky custodies.
They are.
Yeah, I think that's the joke going around, but it's kind of true. Or at least
yeah.
for
But
Shroud
they're
and
cheap.
Yeah.
Do you mean at least for the big Terminator models, they're effectively the same as a custodian because they're in Terminator armor? Basically,
exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, the elite stuff, like the Death Shrouds being T7 with 4 wounds, but.
I mean, the thing that I think is most jokes is the model that has you can't advance within 9 inches of them, which is, I think that's really funny. I can't remember what model that is, but I was seeing it in the chat and I just thought.
So what's the wording on that though? So you can advance if you're say 10 inches away within 9, or how does that?
It's probably
so if you're within 9, you can't advance.
Where you can neither start nor end an advance within 9 of them. But to be honest, I don't pay any attention to leaks online. I have to wait till I've got the physical book in front of me to actually start getting the information to stay in my head. So I ignore all of this stuff. So that's news. But the Spore Mines do basically a similar thing. You can either start or end an advance within 9. So you can advance and get up to the edge, but you can't advance into their aura.
That makes sense. That makes sense. We're going to move on to the next one. Is World Eaters are coming with Berserkers. I probably spelled that wrong. I put Bezikis.
You have, Bezikis.
Yeah.
Look at my Bezikis.
But yeah, the Berserker build is back, and it looks like it's going to thrive from what I've heard. Sam, you just love the spelling. Don't lie. You wanted Bezikas.
Bezikas. You know, Sam, your next list name has to be Coming Bezikas.
Just a big unit of 20 of them, why not?
Around.
Yeah, 20 of them with a 6-inch pile-in. Like, that could be tasty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
And don't forget,
it's
D6
lovely.
+2 on your blood surge.
Yeah, I mean,
I dare you to shoot my unit. It's not going to go well. I'm going to
No.
touch everything in your army.
Just gonna touch you in places you didn't really want to be.
We're going back to
There
Jason.
could be an argument for 120 Berserkers.
120 Berserkers? Say what?
Yeah, because
Well,
you
can
get the
take
battle
units of
line.
20 and there's battle line.
Yeah, 120.
Wow.
I mean, they're expensive, but like I was chatting to Sam about this. And we were like, well, they die reasonably easily, but they do quite a lot while they're alive. So like, if you just take hordes of them, which lore-wise is pretty accurate, like that seems to be the way to go. The thing that I find really interesting is that in both World Eaters and Death Guard, is that both Spawn and Demon Princes have had a massive glow up. Like Spawn were decent already in World Eaters because they could have that 4-up feel no pain. But in both of them, they are really, really classed now. Like you almost want to start like we were saying with Angron. It seems that Demon Princes, and to be honest, in Emperor's Children as well. I think the winged Demon Prince for them. But you're probably going to start by just going, right, well, which Demon Prince with whatever really nice enhancement do I take first? But I quite like that. I think it's a great model, and we've not seen much of Demon Princes recently.
I think they're brilliant.
Yeah,
they're solid.
I mean, another way of going is like you take all the Jackals and then just run them with Demon Princes, so have 4 per involves.
Is that what
Is that not stopped?
Josie's been doing?
No, Josie did run a list that was something like 120 Jackals, some Demon Princes, and then basically you could use like Go to Ground to give yourself an invuln save, which then gave you, because you had an invuln save, like a buff of whatever. So you ended up on a 4-up. It worked some way like that. So you had these Jackals that had a feel no pain plus an invuln save, and it's just really hard to shift despite being a toughness like low t-shirt save model. But I know that there was a rules change in the pre-Codex version of World Eaters that stopped that world from working. I don't know if it still is in the Codex.
Okay, interesting. I mean, it'll be cool. Like, I thought that list was kind of cool, and I get that it was kind of only a teams list, or you did need quite a lucky run? That was what Josie was saying.
It was a reasonably good singles list because there's not a lot of things that can really deal with it. And if you don't really know what you're looking at on a table and you're not asking the right questions, and I think that's the real like bit of skill between a good and a great player is asking the right questions. You're not going to know what it does until it's too late. And at that point, you've lost.
Yeah, if you try and shoot it, it's game over. But if you run it straight at it, and I mean, some armies just can't efficiently
and
run
have something that can get it done in combat. Like, sure, take 3 rampages and 5 carnivores like I'm going at my next event. Yeah, slice through all of that shit. But until you do that, you're not going to get it.
No, exactly.
Some armies just can't deal with that much of a body count.
Yeah, it's a great list, especially for the first 3 rounds of an event, because you're probably not going into someone, especially at a very big event, you know, like 400 player plus event, not necessarily going into someone that knows what that list is going to do and then knows how to play into it. But also, you've got a good likelihood of going to someone that's just like, oh, I've already played 2 tournaments and this is just a fun game. And I've brought my favorite Space Marine models and I've made a list out of it. And they're going, there's literally no way I can win this game because that's a highly tuned list versus just a put together list.
No, exactly. And you couple that with Josie's ability as well. It's just, you know,
she's pretty good.
I mean, as revealed at the COV ITT, I think she came like 2nd overall in singles scores. So it was, it's something like that. I think she came just behind Josh Roberts, who's not a bad player, I've heard.
Josh is fairly average,
Yeah, no, he knows. He
does a lot, I've heard.
Just one more thing. Toby, you've played Josh, right?
Yeah, it went great.
Yeah.
What
was the score?
So what?
Nice.
So what was it again?
It was really close, I heard.
Yeah.
Very close. Yeah.
Did you get more points for your painted miniatures?
For my terribly painted miniatures, yes, I did. Yeah.
So 15 points to his 100.
Yeah. You know when you walk up to the table and your opponent goes, "Don't worry, I'm going to nerf this list. It's too good." You know you're in for a bit of a rollicking. So that was great fun. It was back. It was my 2nd ever UKTC tournament. I went. So Jay, I don't know if I've told you this before, but I went into my first UKTC. I went into Tom Dooch just after he'd made the Shadow round of LGT. Then I went into Josh Roberts at Northampton. Then I went into Vic VJ at Oxford in my first round 1 in 3 times in a row.
Nice.
And then I went
you
into.
should have improved. Then is what we're saying.
I mean, I should have.
That caliber of opponent, you should be raising your game here, Toby.
Eventually, I did. But...
The real winning moment for Toby was when he got smashed at Glasshammer, and we all saw how that went. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
That was in the evening.
Yeah, we'll move it on. So the next game.
I was too hungover for that.
And it's the guess the win rate. So the game is simple. I am going to give you a faction, and you need to guess the win rate. And this win rate was based off the Meta Monday from 2 weeks ago. So no cheating. Josh is the current champion. It is closest person to it wins. Bruce, are you ready in the chat, my friend, to keep score?
I've got no chance of this.
No, not here.
I haven't watched or read that article at all.
No. Right, this is why it's so fun. So the first one is Votan.
What got their faction?
Do we just shout out a number, or
shout out a percentage?
69.
69. Toby going high with a 69.
34.
34.
Josh, you just got to go. So when you go 50, you're going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go 42.
42. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's Toby. No, Josh is closest by 10.
I was going to say no. I said 69.
But in the chat, BCG Sam got it on the nose. So
nerd.
Yes.
So just so we all know, the score is so far. Josh once again is leading with 1 point. Toby is leading has got no points as usual, and Jay has got no points currently as well. Right, into the next one. We have got...
For a competitive player, I'm not very good at games.
Drakari. What do we think Drakari was, guys?
We're going to guess the faction's win rate or Scari's win rate?
Yeah, they are 2 different things.
Did Scary or Darren play this week?
So
I got to go first this time because I won the last round.
Yes, you do.
44. 3. I'm being generous, I think.
Jay, what do you think?
46.
Oh, damn, I was gonna...
Oh, he's gone. He's taking this seriously. Toby, what are you gonna go for?
I don't just want to be boring and go like 47, but
So 69?
49. No, not 60.
49.
49. Yeah, 49.
49. It was a 52.
Oh, what the heck? Really?
I was
Wow.
wondering. Because like last time when we played this, they were all surprisingly high, and like we'd massively underrated. But I guess it comes back to, we talked about this a little bit. Like if they only have the faction specialists like Scary playing them, then they are just going to be innately higher because smaller pool and the higher quality player thing. If you look at something like a Space Marines have obviously been pretty damn good for a while with the Ultramarine list, where their win rate doesn't really display that, because like Jay was saying, Dave turns up down the tournament for the first time with his Ultramarine list that he painted in the GW game store and doesn't do overly well because it's his first tournament. Like, fair play, but you don't really get that with Drakari. Those guys really sink their time into it.
So I just want to come back to the chat because that's what's important right now. Missy Cat got 51%. Ben Hammond got 51%. So they did very well, and Gumbalina got 51% as well. So they all beat you, Toby. But so far the score is Josh 1, Toby 1.
Congratulations, you're on the same level as Josh Roberts.
Right, we're gonna go on to the
and
next
Jay,
one.
Actually, and Jay
is Grey Knights.
69.
Okay, Toby has no idea, so clearly he's for that one.
Classic.
Jay, what are you going for?
Can I actually go 54? I'm actually going to go 54.
Oh, I was going to say 53, actually. So.
Oh, go on, go 53. Because then if it's a little bit higher or a little bit lower, one of us can
There
take.
was literally no Grey Knights at Glasshammer last weekend, which was interesting. I'm going to go 50.
60%.
So 69 would have nearly won that.
So hang on. So this is the same issue as Drakari, though, isn't it? Like there's so little people playing it that the players that are playing it probably know what they're doing with it. So
I think that's the thing, because if you are playing, like I know a lot of friends that were playing Grey Knights, they've just gone, I'm just not enjoying the style of it now that they don't have all of the tricksy things that they were doing with Index when that got nerfed from like the 3-inch deep strike to the 6-inch, all that kind of stuff.
You mean the crutch?
They're just not really. Yes, I do mean the massive crutch and bullshit that they had. Oh, I've got some Mists of Demas. Oh. Yeah. Like,
You're going to move that unit? No, because I don't really use your stratagem.
Exactly. Let me do it.
We're ready for the next one. So Toby, you're actually in the lead at the minute, Toby, which is a shock to us all. Right, the next one.
Let's go, Village Idiot.
Dark Angels.
Oh,
are we looking at just Toby's scores now?
No.
I can tell you what mine was for that weekend. 33%. I was in teams. I was a blunter. All right. It all went wrong.
Oh, Missy Cat coming in strong with a 64%. Ryan coming in with a 50%. It's got to be 50. Luke Shinton with 48%.
It has been about 48 for how it's somewhere between 46 and 48, I think. But we might have had a spike that week. We've not had much luck recently. It's been a bit of a struggle.
What are you going for, Josh?
Oh, sorry.
Me? Toby won the last round. He can go first.
Oh, no, I've gone 48. I've gone 48, mate.
48?
Yeah.
46, then.
Yeah. Jay's going to go 47. Oh, 49.
49.
Well, I'm guessing Toby stopped playing. It's already gone up.
So Toby did play that weekend, and it was a 48%. So who said 48%?
Spot on. That was me.
I thought you said 46%.
I thought you
no,
said
that was Josh. I said it was between 46 and 48 because that's where we've been hanging around for the last few weeks.
Jay, you were so close. You were so close, my man. You were 1 point away from victory. But
I love Jay's plan was if it wasn't 47 or 48, we had him locked out.
Yeah.
And I got it still.
So we'll move on to Eldari. Oh, this is interesting. Now, what do you think it was?
Is it? This is the new codex as well, isn't it? Well, Toby's got to go first again. He won again.
I do, yeah. That's tough because that feels like Ynnari has started to get solved a little bit more. So, oh wait, I think this was the week after Sheffield, so it wasn't when Vic went on his mad run.
He's still on that mad run.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he very much is, but he I don't think he was playing.
Yeah, but
that
he started
week.
that run about 3 years ago, to be honest.
He did. Which hasn't stopped. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I feel that this might be a bit too conservative, but 52.
Oh,
Let's box him in, Jay. I'm going to go for 53.
Oh, bugger you. I was going to say 53. Oh, fuck it. 54 then.
54.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna be so upset.
Oh my! I said box him in, Jay. Come on.
No. You stole the number I was going to choose. You should have gone lower. There we go.
The distinction in the ranks is working in my favour. I love it.
Good Lord. I just like how practiced.
We're not teammates anymore, Jay.
Yeah, no, I'm great at this. This is you one here. That game where you grab the things, right, guys, right?
So I just want to say a big thank you to Mega Miniatures for his super chat. It said, Jay, could Harleys make a comeback? Ignore Liam VSL.
Liam's great at comebacks. Like, you put him in a bad place. He's like, well, the only thing I can do to win is this, so I'll give it a go and see what happens. And then, bang.
Job done. VSL is a different level of beast, isn't he? And I just want to also just say we are edging ever so closer to our next goal of hitting going towards that 15 super chats. Obviously, at 15 super chats, we are going to add 20 Black Crow dice to the giveaway, which we're going to display at the end. They are Baron of Dice. They're very nice, and they roll perfectly average.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
No comment.
So on to the next one. Devoted Ynaid, whatever.
Hang on, you took Eldari, and I suppose it's a different keyword, but yeah, I assumed that like the whole Eldar Codex in one, so that's why I went higher because I thought.
No, this is the trick.
That's
This is the trick.
actually.
Well, buggers are it. I'm going to 54. You guys can choose after that.
Wait, so was that 46 not including Ynnari?
Yeah.
So it was including
cheat.
Ynnari. It was. It was.
Arron, that was really mean.
But this is a separate thing because I thought it was funny. So suck
Yeah,
it up,
no.
Buttercup.
It's good to know. I was just wondering because the 46 feels like 46 is lower than Dark Angels, and obviously Eldari are significantly better than Dark Angels right now. I think most people would say. But yeah, that feels like I mean, Jay's gone 54. I'm gonna go 51. I think it's a complex army.
I'm going 55.
Oh, what we? Are we all locked in? Anyone want to go higher or lower?
I don't count as point of loss.
Hey, I'm not even on the board. I told you to be terrible at this.
60%.
60%.
Yes!
Wow.
I knew it was going to be high.
That means there's a lot of people out there playing Warhost and like Aspect
Yeah.
or whatever that are really, really terrible.
I love the heel style, just point at the camera as well.
Point and click army. What have you got? 15 fire dragons, some dark reapers, some war spiders. Cool. What'd you kill? Whatever I want.
Yeah.
This
So-
this
Right.
turn-
Move on the board anywhere.
So this week, that is the end of Guess the Win Rate, folks. And this week's winner and the princess winner is Toby. Well done, mate. You've got it this time. There is no prize. Just get to watch him do that.
Oh, joys.
I'm having a great time.
Josh got 2. Jay came in with, didn't get one on the scoreboard, but maybe next time, Jay. Hey,
big fat 0.
big fat 0. And we're going to go on to some more news, and this is the reveals. As you can see, there are some new battle boxes been announced. There are some new combat patrols. So the new Battle Force boxes for both World Eaters and Death Guard. You know what? When I looked at these, when they do the photos, I can't really tell which one is the combat patrol and which one's the battle box.
I gotta say, I really like the new models for both World Eaters and Death Guard. I know the Death Guard one, people are saying it's probably not that good, and I know that Exalted 8-bound have had a little bit of a downgrade / side grade, but like they seem really, really cool. Although I do think it's really funny that a weapon infused with a Bloodthirster is 2 damage.
Well,
mate, there's only so much damage that you can do whilst simultaneously night fevering it out. Like, that guy is styling to the max.
Can you please paint one of them?
As John Travolta. I don't think there's a model with a chin that's quite big enough.
I will 3D print you one.
I don't have enough green stuff.
I'll send you some.
Everyone from chat, send me some green stuff.
Yeah. Jay's green stuff fund. Start it now, guys.
Yeah.
Go fund green stuff.
So as we can see, we've got these new combat patrol boxes. What are you guys excited? Are you going to be picking any of these up?
No.
But that is, to be fair, because I own 20-something plus Jackals, 20-something Berserkers. So if I need that box, and I've already got a Demon Prince, it'll be to buy a second Demon Prince, and I just buy a second Demon Prince.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as my World Eaters. I've got all of that plus some, and I've got a couple of Demon Princes. All I need really is the Slaughterbound. But then I've got an unopened box of Exalted 8-bound on my shelf that I can probably just try and kit bash something. So
yeah, I mean, he's a bit of a chunky lad. You know?
Yeah, I know. I was going to try and put a big cape on him or something.
Get some possessed stuff, some greater possessed stuff, that kind of thing. You can got an easy kit bash there. I'm not really the guy to buy a Battle Force box, because if it's for an army I've already been collecting, I'm normally the one that goes, right, 3 of that, 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 and just get it all at once. We'll build it all at once, and we'll paint it all in a big batch, and so I'm ready to go with whatever list I want. So these aren't really aimed at me, but if you're a new player coming into it, that World Eaters box is legit. Mm-hmm. The question I've got about the Combat Patrol is its own like internally balanced game. How hard are they going to shit on the stats of that Demon Prince to make that balanced against the thing next to it? Because you've got 3 Death Shroud, 7 Plague Marines, a Rhino, and 2 dudes, and the Demon Prince would just solo the fucking lot.
I mean,
yeah, I completely agree. When I saw that, I was like, "There's a Demon Prince in this? Like, really?"
Well, I nearly shat myself, to be honest, because one of the prizes we gave away yesterday was a commission Combat Patrol. So pick any one, and I'll paint the whole lot to commission standard. I'd normally charge somebody 500 quid to paint a Demon Prince. Like, I've really fucked up here, haven't I?
I just want to say a big thank you to Ben Hammond for a £5 super chat for the Green Stuff Chin Fund.
Yes.
There we go.
I knew that would work. Someone we went on 6++. I can't remember what we said, but we said something horrendous, and we had to start a Tom Lohman legal defense fund. So we got so many super. Sorry. Oh, have we lost Josh?
We probably have. He's been dropping in all night. That's fine. We're gonna move on now. Josh, are you with us?
I am with you. Sorry, I knew what you were doing, so I'm just pulling up the information I need.
Okay, right. This next segment is where Big Papa Joshy Bear, that's right, that's going to stick, he gets to play he is the queen of the next game, so it's the blind rankings.
Yeah, so the rules is, you don't remember from last time, I'm going to give you 5 options. And this week it is a face only a mother could love. So 1 being the only face that a mother could love, and then descending down to 5th. So I will give you these options randomly, and then you need to blind rank them as I give them to you. So in order of 1 to 5, 1 being only a mother could love, And at the end, we'll find out who actually thinks they got their list right, who is happy, who isn't. And have a bit of a laugh along the way.
I was dead
That's it.
stoked with mine last time.
So, are we ready?
Yeah. Josh, have
Do you
we got
understand,
photos?
Jay?
No, I had like Stevie Ray as like top lined.
So we're gonna we'll start with the first one. Okay. So the first one to rank, guys. Are we all ready? We've got the new Fulgrim model.
Yeah.
Face only a mother could love. What do we think? What position are we going to go for? I'm going to go for 3. I'm going to be safe.
So is 1 the ugliest, 5 the prettiest?
In theory, none of them are pretty, but
Right.
5 is the worst of the lot, yes.
5 is the worst.
5 is the worst.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go 4.
I was going to go 4.
Yeah.
I think the model is great. Like overall, I think the model is actually really, really good. I just really hate the fact there's a big feckin' vajazzle right in the middle of that space. That would be
That's my favourite.
smooth, flat area. It shouldn't have that crappy bit of detail in it.
That's clearly the best part, Jay.
I feel like you
No.
could use green stuff to make that part of that model's chin, and then there's your John Travolta.
Fulgrim needs a bigger chin too. Yeah.
Have you
Big
seen
chins, anything.
the tabletop tactics Fulgrim?
Right, number 2
Oh,
is the golden pretty boy himself.
Joffrey.
Yes, it's Joffrey, also known as Gulliman.
2.
Bruce is like 1, 1, 1, 1.
God, there could be so much worse.
Do you know what my favourite chat bit here is? It's from Ryan Good, and he's put in about going back to Fulgrim. He's called him Full Chin.
Hey,
Hey, there we go.
That's what we like.
That's funny for Ryan, to be fair.
Oh, it's 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, right?
No. You did this last time as well. 1 is the ugliest, or only a mother could love.
you said the
No,
other
you said it was the other way around.
No, I never.
Yes, you did.
Fine, do it the other way.
Wind it back.
You 2 did it the other way. It's fine. Do it any way you want.
Right.
Gulliman's
Fulgrim's 2 in that case, and Bobby
Okay.
G's 4.
Yeah, same for
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, Bobby G. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bobby G 4.
Okay. Number 3 is this guy.
Oh yeah, this guy. Everyone knows this guy.
Bobo the fucking clown. Good
But
lord.
look at that cape.
That is an old
Majestic
cape, mate.
I love his chin.
Oh, those shoulder pads are just so out of the 80s.
For me, this is a 2.
I've used 2. I'm gonna go 3.
Where you going, Jay?
I think that's probably the ugliest fucking thing we're gonna see all day, bar the faces on the side of the screen, to be honest. And that's the one in myself among that number. No, I'm going like fugly. Number 1.
That's number
Okay.
1.
That is number 1. Okay, you might regret this decision. Let's go on. Let's see what Josh has in store for us next. Are you ready, Josh?
Yep, flesh hounds.
Is that the dog from Deadpool?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That dog is a national treasure. I hear nothing bad said about it. That's a 3. Look, there's at least one person in this group of faces that has gone home with something that worked worse than consensually.
I'm broken.
It was really nice. She made me a tea in the morning. It was great.
Oh,
Yeah. What was his name again?
Dead.
oh God, flesh out.
Well, I mean,
a minute. Oh.
I've got 1 and 5 available.
I've finally broken him.
I don't
Okay.
regret my Nagash pick now.
Oh my God, he's got to be number 1.
I think I have to go number 1 as well. Which is terrifying.
And then,
for-
last but not least, everyone's favourite Space Marine.
Oh yeah, there we go, number 5. Oh, I'm broken.
He's still more handsome than Bobby.
Oh, that
I
was.
think there's better definition on the face, actually. Yeah. And he has got a
The
bigger
nits
chin
are
than the
actually
Daft
quite
Man.
good.
Yeah.
I love that he looks like he's giving a bit of an eye roll.
He's a beauty. What a chin. Oh,
I've just always liked the ability to be able to see what's behind me whilst also looking forwards. So.
I'm not looking at that dog.
To be fair, every Space Marine comes with that ability built in.
Nice.
Mm.
I'm just gonna.
I would admit, the first time I saw that model, I had to wonder if they painted a face on top of a helmet just to be like, have they really fucked this up? But no.
Yeah.
Oh god! So we've got Sam. He's gone for number 1 is the dog. Number 2 is the shoulder pad.
What was your final ranking?
The model is the pad. I can't read what he's done. He's done 3 as Girly Man, 4 as Fulgrim, and 5 as Space Marine from BCG Sam. Jay, what was your top 5 then? Give us a highlight. What was it?
We had Fulgrim as the second worst. Bobby G is the second best. Nagash is the actual worst. The dog square in the middle, and the beautiful Space Marine with look at that flawless, smooth, beautiful complexion that it's got. I'm not sure what's going on with its tongue, but I'm down. That's clearly the prettiest thing there.
Oh, the "Hey you guys" was it's just killed me. But then the dog, the flesh out comment on the dog.
I want to know where you found that photo.
That was in his year.
You know what they say, thicken your pate, says Joe Burt. Thank you very much, Joe Burt. I completely agree. How many layers can you do? You know what, Jay? Maybe that's what you should do for one of your streams. You should be, for every £1 someone donates, you just do a layer of paint on a model.
Yeah, but nobody wants a model that's the size of a watermelon.
Right. Could you be, if you did the reverse way though, you could be like, what was this model? Here's 60,000 coats of
just
paint.
Just take one layer off every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whoever guesses it first wins the model.
I'm not sure you'd want it after that. That would be mostly bio strip and hate.
Bio strip.
Weirdly, that is my Tinder bio. So
nice.
Well, I'm glad that's you, Toby. So we'll move on to the next bit, which is finally we're going into our giveaway. So as you can see, we've got the beautiful Baron of Dice giveaway there. So we just need a few more super chats and we'll be able to add that. Don't worry, folks, we will be doing this over our next live stream as well, which is also very exciting. But as you can see, we've got the UK Spec Table Pack there, which is the UKTC set, and you've got the awesome Black Crow Gaming objective markers. What do you think to those, Jay?
The objective markers look really cool. In fact, I'm pretty sure I remember one of your team reach out to you and say, "Hey, where did you get your objective markers from?" And here you go. And I think that's where they started. So.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I think you came to me in Bristol a couple of years ago. I was like, where did you get the objective markers from?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So that I can vouch for the quality because mine are made by the same person.
And then obviously we've got the beautiful Baron of Dice there, ready to be added to this giveaway if we hit the super chat goal. So we are just 10 super chats away and we'll be able to add those in as well. But you're probably all wondering, right, okay, how do we enter? So everyone that has done a super chat tonight, and Toby should have been keeping an eye on that, has had 10 entries into the actual being able to get. So it doesn't matter what you donated, we don't care about that, but you've all had an extra 10 entries into this big giveaway. Toby, love your life, mate.
I was not told about this before the stream, so no.
Excuses. It's just the sign of weakness leaving your mouth, mate.
It is exactly. Oh no! Oh, we've broken.
We got a tantrum. You
want to go? I'll take you outside and man you up.
This buy me dinner first. Jesus Christ!
No, mate. I'm going to dry.
Come on, let's a little kiss on the back of the neck.
No.
Come on.
No.
Be polite.
So we're going into how you get it. So the first way is to enter. You follow, share our Facebook page, follow, share our Instagram. Winners will be announced live on the Black Crow podcast on the 26th of May. Ryan Goodwin coming in with a £2 super chat for "Do Your Job, Toby."
I'm not going to put in Ryan for that.
Let's get that in the chat. Do your job, Toby.
No.
How many people can we get saying that in the chat right now? Come on, guys. Spam it.
Yeah, let's keep him going until he has to then work till midnight tonight. So yeah, let's keep it going.
Take one for the team, Toby. Here we go. BCG Sam with a £2 super chat. Toby, count me more. Do your job, Toby. Do your job, Toby. Honor Sanguinius, thank you very much.
Thanks, Toby.
Oh, I like that, and he's flipped it slightly. He's coming with you had just one job, Toby.
I do not have just one job. If only I had just one job.
You have just one job, Toby. I like it. I like it. Do your job, Toby. Thank you, Joba. So we are almost over halfway towards reaching our next goal of getting those beautiful dice into the giveaway. But we do have a giveaway to announce tonight, don't we, Toby?
We do, and I've actually kept track of it this time. So that's good. Should we do the singles ticket first? So this is for...
So let's do the singles ticket. So go for it, Toby. It's all on you, mate.
Okay, spinny, spinny, spinny. It is. It's just still spinning. It's spinning. It is.
This is Glass Hammer.
Oh, it's Callum Godfrey.
So, Callum Godfrey, you have won a free ticket to the next singles event at Glasshammer in the summer. So, we will reach out to you guys in the WhatsApp group and we'll let you know. And I'll get you the code. You just put in the code when you go to buy the ticket. If you have already bought a ticket, then you can refund that ticket and then just get the freebie instead.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm hoping that Sam wins the next one. He's my
Nottingham Glasshammer event. They're going to use the WTC terrain as well.
They are,
yeah.
Which is my terrain pack, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to switching to that. I played on WTC for the first time in a tournament a couple of weeks back at Cardiff, and like it's fun. I wasn't prepared for it, and it was one of those where you learn quick. So I'm so used to UKTC now, and like those different lanes and everything like that. But
the fact it's not effectively Planet Bowling Ball is good.
That's my ideal. I like just Predator and great. And then
we know you're a Predator, but no.
I'm a Predator Destructor. Did you know? No, I can't say that on stream. Anyway, let's see who wins our team's ticket. I'll tell you afterwards, Jay. Right, team's ticket. Spinny, spinny, spinny.
I just want to highlight, I'm in this one as well. I want it, baby.
You are. Oh, Mr. Tony Andrews.
Oh, Tony, mate, you have just won yourself a £300 Teams ticket to the Glasshammer Teams event in September 6th and 7th.
And are allowed. Go on.
What were you going to say, Josh?
I was just going to say he can charge everyone else if he wants. It's fine.
Wow.
Well, I pay for the hotel.
Mercenary shit right there.
So, Tony, you can go to that event completely free of charge, and so can 4 of your chosen buddies for the event for your team. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who has donated. I will announce in the group chat just how much money you've all donated, and we will be donating that. We haven't decided. We're either going to look at a charity or we may consider a school as well. That's something we've kind of talked about. Obviously, we're all about the grassroots support, so actually supporting schools would be something great for us to do as well. So it's just about picking the right one.
Yeah,
I just want to say
recommendations as well, like particularly for children's charities. That's something that we're really passionate about. If it's related to gaming, then even better. But yeah, like I think we've all got a soft place in our heart for like trying to support that grassroots and supporting those kids that maybe are struggling a little bit more in life and sort of deserve that good stuff being provided for them by people that have got through that stage of their life, which I'm sure many of us can kind of relate to.
And that's what we were. So we're really happy that our Black Row members were able to facilitate that got involved and donated their hard-earned pennies to be able to support whatever cause we were as a group going to decide on. And if you're interested in being a Black Row member, it's very easy. You just come face us at a tournament, talk to us, get to know us, make yourself aware. And we have really one simple rule of being a Black Row, and it's just don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Just support your fellow player. Yeah, I know, I'm confused just as much too. Support your fellow player. Look after one another. Be there for each other. And it's just about building that community. And I'm very happy to say that Black Row Gaming is the largest gaming team in the country, I believe, with like 115 members.
Wow.
Just you say of confidence, we are the largest in the country.
I mean, really, I should say we're probably I'd love to be able to confirm it, but I think we're probably the largest team in the world because I can't think of another one bigger than us.
Say it with chest, Aaron. Just say yes, we are, and then no one can argue it.
I think one of the nicest moments.
The community I look after, right? Like, I might be the only one that could argue it. I won't.
One of the really nice moments from Glasshammer was we turned up with 20 players and we left with 23. So like being able to actually just turn up to a tournament with a certain number of players, and then by the end people have enjoyed playing us enough that they want to come and join the club and they want to come and do more stuff with us. That is really fucking cool. And I love that we have people like actively going, oh, I know you guys because you've got either a good sportsmanship or that you'll have a laugh at the table, you don't take it too seriously, and like that's super important. Like we're adults playing toy soldiers. It's meant to be fun. We're meant to have a fuck around. Like it's great. I love that part of being part of the team.
Yeah, it's an absolute honour, and I think we're going to get to the point where we're going to wrap up. But Jay, I just want to say a massive thank you for joining our podcast tonight. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I have. I managed to just hold in the joke about Toby leaving with more players than he joined with, after literally accusing him of being a predator as well. So.
I was waiting. I was like,
"Welcome, Haribo. I've got a really cool van."
I was giving out sweets as well.
Well, okay, I can't really argue that. And on that note, I just want to say a big thank you from us at Black Crow. So I've been Aaron. Thank you very much. I've been joined tonight by Toby and Josh and the amazing Jay from Mohawk Miniatures. Check out our description. We are going to have all of the links for Jay added to that very soon. So if you want to go check out his content and maybe be a part of some of his massive giveaways, make sure you go check him out. Jay, you are a hero to this hobby. Thank you very much.
I'm really not, mate. I'm just some dickhead on the internet. Like, that's literally it.
Well, we'll let the public decide that, won't we? And anyway,
firmly decided.
We've been Black Red Gaming. Thank you very much, folks. See you later.
Bye.